Hi, air signs. So some of you may have seen that I uploaded an Aquarius year ahead video. For those of you that got to watch it, lucky you. Sorry, my nose is itchy. So that's the spread that if you order a year ahead forecast with me, that's what will happen. However, just between private clients and, you know, all the holiday engagements, I did not have time to execute that style of reading for all 12 signs. So we're having something a little bit different. So Aquarius, low-key, you're double dipping, but it's all good. So I'm going to pull an overall lesson card for all air signs collectively. And then in the description box, you'll find timestamps that will go through the spiritual energy, the romantic energy, and the financial energy that each air sign will be experiencing individually. Okay. Interesting. Overall energy for air signs is relationships, which also the earth signs got this as their overall energy. I am attracted to those who serve my higher good. How amazing. All right. Overall energy there. One more. Aquarius. Where are you at, Aquarius? By the way, everybody, I don't know if you know this, but on my channel and every other YouTuber's channel, there's now a tab. If you go to like the main page of our channel, there's a tab that says community. And it lets me post like, just like a Facebook feed, like videos and polls and all different types of stuff. Well, not videos, but like GIFs and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start posting there more to communicate with you guys in the whole. So check that out. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, because I post mostly on there. So check the community tab for any type of updates or just little different messages I want to share with you guys. Like last night, I got a really big message about Saturn and Capricorn, and I posted it on Twitter and Instagram, and all that info is down in the description box below if you're interested. But let's get into Gemini. Your overall energies, my loves, is surrender. I can release my need to control. Well, especially as it relates to relationships and, of course, all kinds of relationships, we have to remember that we can't make things fit, okay? We can't force puzzle pieces together. It doesn't matter what we know, what we say, what we feel. It just, ultimately, we have to surrender to the part of us, right, in the plan that's bigger. As much as we think we know best, we don't. Spirit always knows what's up, okay? So, Spirit, what is the overall energy spiritually in 2018 for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Spirit for the year of 2018 was the overall spiritual energy that they will be presented. Hi. Flying cards. I'm liking this so far. You have a card that both Capricorn and Virgo received. Overall energy is the Page of Swords, which is basically you, Gemini. I honestly think you're going to have to hold your tongue more than not this year, especially as it comes to spirituality. You're going to be receiving a lot of messages and seeing a lot of insights and getting a lot of psychic impressions. However, I think you're going to have to learn how to hold your tongue and not share it with everybody, because it's not that what you know isn't valuable. And it's not that what you know isn't important, but it's your information. And sometimes when we share, like, it's like an oversharing type of vibe. Sometimes when we overshare things or just share things that we find exciting or, you know, find important, it devalues it for ourselves. Like it's like it goes in, it's like you hear it, and as soon as you hear it, you say it. And you think that's it. Like, and I know Gemini is a messenger, however, these messages are for you. Okay, so even if you are going to share the message, you first need to digest it. Okay, that's a huge message here. Queen of Wands, the Fool, sorry it's glary, and the High Priestess. So, I see you taking initiative in your spiritual life in a way that you have not before. Again, this is you collecting that spiritual data, if you will, and realizing that you have to act on it. Nobody's going to act on it for you. And just knowing something is not enough. Okay? Knowledge alone is not enough. Okay? We have to embody our beliefs. We have to channel our knowledge through our limbs, through our heart, through our spirit, and they have to radiate into every single thing that we do. Then you come into the Fool, which is, to me, the ultimate point of surrender, because the Fool knows that all he really has is now. All he really has is these thoughts and these feelings, and there's really nothing else that he's tied to. And when you surrender to the outside world, when you surrender to the fact that as intelligent and intellectually astute we are and perceptive as we are, there's always more to learn, and there's always a new adventure ahead of us. And if we're too busy talking about it, we're not being about it. So pack light, step into the light, own your stuff. High Priestess, really, really tune into your intuition and keep things to yourself, okay? There's really a need here to keep things to yourself, especially if you have Earth in your chart, or if your family, particularly your father, tends to not have the type of beliefs that you have. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you share information with people that clearly have very, very, very different beliefs than you, it can be very debilitating to your spirit to constantly try to share information with people that like really have no perception or gauge for it. So don't let anybody take the wind out of your sails by, again, sharing stuff with them that they were never meant to understand. And if they really want to know, they'll ask. Okay? That makes sense. Gemini. Yeah, definitely embracing a more feminine energy this year, allowing yourself to be in a receptive state. But Spirit, what is the energy for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising as it relates to love and relationships for the year of 2018? Spirit, oh my geez. Relationships, love and romantic relationships in 2018. Geez, Virgo and Capricorn got some of these cards as well. Interesting. Overall energy is the 10 of Pentacles. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the King of Cups. Some of you may be meeting a King of Cups, potentially. Maybe. Someone that is very emotionally secure, someone that understands that as much as they have feelings and their feelings are important, they also have to apply mental logic. But I think for the majority, this is going to be you guys stepping into this emotional intelligence and really feeling secure in what you know and what you feel. With the 10 of Pentacles as the overall energy, for those of you that are looking to really start to make progress in the area of family or creating stability in a way that you could then start a family, a foundation that you could really build your life upon, I see you doing that this year. And the way to go about that is 7 of Pentacles. Stop worrying about when things are going to manifest. You have to have faith. Without faith, we have nothing. Again, surrender to the divine plan. Understand that physical evidence only comes long after faith is embodied. Again, going back to embodiment. When we surrender our need to control, therefore demand manifestational proof, we step into 2 of Wands, a whole new world vision. And we start to see that what we actually wanted, or rather, what we actually wanted to see is not at all what we actually wanted. And you gotta live it, man. You gotta live it. There's something here that you really have to walk your talk this year, Gemini. Not that you're a bullshitter, not that you blow smoke, but you really, really, really need to walk your talk. Because 6 of Swords, there's things that you have not let go of yet that are infringing upon your ability to, again, create this level of stability. And behind the 10 of Pentacles is the Lovers, which is your card. So if you really, really, really want to feel secure enough to be in a relationship, you need to let go of any attachment you still have to suffering, as well as controlling the scenario. And the 6 of Swords, like I told the other signs that got this card, it's a necessary transition. It's not one that we necessarily asked for or want to do. Surrendering is not easy. Okay, and for me, you know that you really surrendered when you genuinely don't think about it anymore. You could say it's like not caring. However, not caring takes conscious action. This is more of like I know this doesn't serve me anymore and I cannot continue to stay here. And as much as my heart may want to, as much as these ideas and these concepts have been floating around my brain, and I've been feeding them like a Venus flytrap for forever. However, it doesn't feel good when I sit here. It doesn't feel good when I take this train of thought. It doesn't feel good when I row down this emotional river. So it's time to be emotionally mature. It's time to ground all these insights, ground all these ideas, ground all these different theories and spiritual knowings that I have been, you know, really absorbing for a while now, and come into a strong sense of self that does not need to be validated by manifestation. I know how I feel whether somebody else shows up and shows me and mirrors it back to me or not. Okay? Hope you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. And finances and career for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, and Rising in 2018. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising career in finances 2018. 2018. Oh boy, 2018. Ooh, King of Cups again. What is good? And the Six of Swords. I swear I'm shuffling. You guys can see that I'm shuffling, right? All right, so moving on down the road. Y'all gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps, no matter what. No matter what transpires this year, surrender, surrender, surrender. And relationships, you know, as the overall theme, is all types of relationships, okay? So this is spiritual relationships, this is romantic relationships, these are family relationships, these are business relationships. And surrender usually comes up as a theme when we need to let things go, when we need to release things, or rather when things are going to be taken from us and we're going to be grasping at a why, when we're going to be looking for a why. Because your overall energy, finances, and career is the Nine of Swords, the Tower, and again, the King of Cups. To be honest, with this Nine of Swords in this Tower, there's a chance for some of you that you are going to manifest, like, you know, your worst nightmare with jobs. The other half of you, and it's so how conscious you are of that is going to be dependent on your own personal spiritual growth and where you are in your process. Okay, but this Nine of Swords here is unnecessary anxiety and worry. Okay, so if you're the type of person that knows how to move away from that quickly when you start to get into that space, this Tower energy is just going to be like, oh, I had no idea. That's what it is. That's what I need to change. Bang. And then you change it. Okay. But there is always a potential. Yeah. There's always a potential with the Nine of Swords that you end up face down on the floor, you know, feeling like you got your butt beat by the universe because they had to come in and end something for you. Okay. So big changes in what makes you happy in career. Okay. Huge changes to what makes you happy. And if you're not willing to make that change and surrender to the fact that change is occurring and stirring in your heart, Spirit will come through and light it up. Okay. Because you have, again, achieved a new place of understanding of self, and to not heed that, you know, to not heed the fact that you have an emotional current that flows through your body that wants to be expressed every day too. You know, business cannot be compartmentalized from your emotional truth anymore. You know, they have to be, I almost say congruent, which doesn't seem like the proper word. But everything needs to flow together. Okay. So let it flow, baby. Hi to my Libras. Besides relationships, your overall energy is purpose. I know what I am here to do. What a powerful affirmation. Ooh. Libra, this year is about resiliency and knowing that your purpose, more than anything, is being happy and feeling self-confident and not compromising in relationships, okay? Knowing that you define your relationships and your purpose here on this planet, again, does not need to be brought into by anybody else. So, Spirit, what is the overall spiritual energy for Libra for 2018? Libra. 2018, Spirit, what is the prominent spiritual energy? Oh my God, the cards are like not trying to even go together right now, to be honest. So Libra, don't force things, Libra. Please. Please don't force anything. Don't force anything. Anything that you feel like you need to force is not the wave, okay? Yes, you are diplomatic. Yes, you have a point of view and a foresight that other signs don't have, but it is still not your job to get everybody on board. It's really not. Even if they're people you love, even if they're people that you care about, it's just not your job. Overall energy is the Ace of Swords. My hair looking crazy right now. With Justice, your card, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Fool. So, Libra, spiritually, I feel that you're finding your alignment this year in a way that you have not before. Okay? It's going to become insanely clear to you what you're here to do. Especially if you're good financially, especially if you have done work around your ancestors, as well as if you're interested in starting a family in a new way, or like expanding upon your family, your sense of family, like what is family to you? But with the Justice card here, I know that you can feel that there's something huge that's going to change, okay? And obviously, there's no like nasty like swords cards here. However, you have to remember that there will be opportunities and situations that will allow you to worry, that will allow you to question your value, that will allow you to question whether or not you are in alignment and whether or not you are doing the right thing, especially if it is your family, especially if your family doesn't do what you do and isn't really sure the kind of path that you walk, okay? However, you have laid a foundation that allows you to be whomever you want to be and be the most authentic person that you're going to be. Because when you step into the energy of the Fool, right, when the overall energy is the Ace of Swords, it is beyond clear to you what it is that you need to do, okay? And seeing the 10 of Pentacles next to the Fool, for me, this is saying, like, you are shedding anything that is left from your childhood or, again, your parents and, like, the cultural standards that you were raised by. You are freeing yourself from that, okay? And realizing that as much as I am grateful for those people and what they did and what they endured and the things that they taught me and who they are as people, I have a different avenue for me and I need to go out and be who I am, okay? So do not feel guilty. Do not feel like you're not supporting other people or you're not doing what somebody else would want you to do. This is about you. Your spiritual practice is only about you, Libra. And if you want to feel purposeful, if you want to feel centered, then you always have to do you and trust that doing you will create divine order, okay? Energy in love and relationships for 2018. That is way too many cards. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising Spirit. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Overall energy is the Empress. We have the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, some of you are dealing with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and you've been unsure about when you're really going to take it to the next level, especially as it comes, especially as it relates to being a wife and being a mother. You may not necessarily get pregnant this year. I don't see like a Page of Cups or anything like that here. However, family planning or plans to expand your family or become a family is on the horizon. I especially think that's true for women that are watching this, not so much men. But aside from that, with the Empress as your overall energy, Libra, for the new year in love and relationships, it is imperative that you know your worth. And it is imperative that you step into feminine energy and allow things to flow to you. You do not need to go out there and create every single opportunity. You do not need to go out there and move mountains in love. You need to remember your value and remember your worth and know that everything that you need blossoms from the inside out. Okay? With the Two of Swords here, there's a decision that needs to be made that no longer can be pushed off. Okay? And again, I think this is like especially true if you've been in a relationship for a while or you haven't been in a relationship for a while. Like people that are dating on and off, I think more than anything, it's just like you need to pay attention to your intuition and be more discerning with who you deal with, okay? But I think more than anything, this is saying you need to decide what your future looks like, Three of Wands. You need to decide to step into that future, okay? Because the Two of Wands is the vision. The Three of Wands is acting on that vision, okay? So you can't push off what is imminent, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles here, again, going back to knowing your worth, if you're not in a relationship now, know that if you get into one and you're using your intuition and discernment before you enter it, everything will be fine. Okay? You have the confidence that you need. You have the security that you need. You will not lose yourself to codependency. Okay? And again, for those of you that are with an earth sign, I do feel like you guys are going to make progress in a way that you haven't before. So be confident in yourself, Libra, as it comes to relationships, okay? They will make you more secure than you have been in the past. And not that people give us, energy that we can't already be willing to tap into. But whatever this Two of Swords is, whatever this thing that you've been putting off and trying to kind of block out, it really can't be pushed off anymore, and you're going to have to act on it. Okay? So whatever it is in your relationship that you've been trying to ignore, ready or not, here it comes, like Lauryn Hill style, it's coming through. Okay? You can't hide. It's all happening. Look at that, Two of Cups. It's all happening. Okay? It's all happening. And it's grounded and it's real. Okay? You need to know that it's real. It's the real thing. Isn't that a Miguel song too? Okay. As it relates to finances and career, Libra, Spirit, what is coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for career and money in 2018? Alrighty. Overall energy is the Strength card. We have the Three of Wands again. I swear to God, you saw me shuffling. Seven of Cups. Nine of Cups. Page of Cups. I really, really, really love that this is all Cups energy for you guys. I really do. With the Strength card here, there's a reminder that perseverance, okay? Perseverance and inner strength, resiliency, the ability to be resilient, the ability to know your power and to know that you don't need to struggle to be strong, okay? You don't need to break your back to be strong, okay? You got it. And you don't need to argue with people. You don't need to bite people off, cut people off. You just need to remember that through Source, all things are possible. Through knowing God and yourself, right? All things are possible. Again, with the Three of Wands here, the future is now. That future that you've been wanting, that change that you've been wanting, it is here now. However, with the Seven of Cups coming next, I don't think it's going to be clear to you till maybe June, maybe July, what it is you want to do. It's like the energy starts early, right? Going into your purpose. You see it. It's coming clear. It's dawning on you. However, for those of you that are wanting to get into a creative endeavor, even if you don't want to leave your day job for the creative endeavor, it's going to be like, well, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this. This is several offers, okay? Several offers. Some of them you're just creating in your head as like potentials, like maybe this will manifest, maybe this will manifest, maybe this will manifest. But half of them are definitely coming externally, okay? This could be new job offers, the idea of getting a second job, the idea of starting up a hobby and putting it on Etsy, or whatever else, okay? Multiple income streams. And there is an offer here to start more income streams. With the Nine of Cups here, by September, I feel that you will be confident in the one that you choose. Okay? Because then we have the Page of Cups. And it's going to be something that's creative. It's going to be something that really inspires you. And it's going to be a passion project. I just got like a buzz in my ear. Okay? So pay attention to, some of you might be getting clairaudient messages, as well as some some of the people that don't resonate with that, it's almost like you're just going to get turned into a frequency that you were not on before. Okay? Because someone is going to make you an offer that could be related to like the mystical world, right? Like you may not be involved in that, but somebody gives you the opportunity to engage with them in that business. Yeah, potentially an earth sign. Okay. Yeah, and then we have the sun. So this is something that you really see clearly, so you're not confused anymore by the Seven of Cups, and it's something that's going to bring you a lot of joy, and I feel it's going to bring you freedom. Even if it takes up more time, it's going to bring you freedom. So all the career and financial moves you're making this year, Libra, you need to listen to your heart, and you need to listen to how you feel, because outside of that, there's really no work to be done. Okay, this is the year of passion projects. This is the year of projects that really matter to you, that can make an impact on the collective and even on your soul as well. Aquarius, you're double dipping. So again, relationships is the overall theme for all air signs. And your individual theme is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So Aquarius, for the last couple of months, you guys have been getting a lot of challenging readings, or at least like readings that kind of tell you like, all right, you have to pull up your bootstraps and make a change, make a change, make a change, make a change. And I know that it's been tough, you know, but Saturn's in Capricorn now. And for the most part, I find this to be supportive for you because you do still have the North Node in your sign. So don't stress, okay? Let's see what your spiritual energy is for 2018. Aquarius, spiritual energy for 2018. Overall energy is the sun. Beautiful. This is about being happy, straight up. Okay? No more confusion. Happiness cannot be put on the back burner anymore, Aquarius. And you have to understand that joy is your lifeline. It's everybody's lifeline. And if you're not doing anything to feel young, fresh, and free, you're going to feel continuously stifled. So with perseverance being the overall energy, I'm interested to see what comes up in romance and career. But on a spiritual level, we have the Queen of Cups, we have your star, your card, the Star, and the Three of Pentacles. For me, this is saying you need to recognize your own emotions finally. Okay, it's time. It's time. And it's time for you to stop pretending like you don't know intuition, that you don't get different intuitive senses, okay? I know that you do, and you need to start heeding them, okay? It's time to get clear, okay? It's time to get clear about what you really know deep in your heart. And just like your tarot card, the Star, it's time to be vulnerable about it. It's time to be bare in the face of the world and no longer fear that if you are seen for who you really are, there will be some sort of repercussion. Okay, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in a higher power. You need to believe in your ability to create change as well. With the Three of Pentacles here, I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy. With the Three of Pentacles here, definitely put yourself out there and don't be afraid to collaborate with other people. There are people that want to build things with you. There are people that want to help you tap into your highest potential. Because again, the overall energy for all air signs is relationships. I'm attracted to those who serve my highest goods. There are people that are willing to support you, okay? But the Three of Pentacles requires you to be in a state of learning. It's in a state of an apprenticeship, okay? So this is only the beginning. But I see this as you building a spiritual community and you also building something that, again, can persevere and stand. I'm feeling the test of time. Because, you know, Aquarius, you do rule the future. And you do rule technology. So really embrace that. And get with some people. Cards are flipping all crazy. Get with some people that, you know, are masters of the earth element or the fire element to really put this to work. Okay? It's okay if you're the brainchild of it all. But you need to be honest with yourself and really channel that information and do something to ground it. Okay? Spirit, what is the overall romantic energy for Aquarius for the year of 2018? Aquarius. love and romance in 2018. Oh my gosh, so many cards. That's all right. This is really similar to Libra. Okay, interesting. We have the Page of Cups as the overall energy. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card, the King of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. So, some of you, okay, if you are currently dating and you have Earth in your chart really strongly, like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, or Moon, whatever you're not watching right now, and your partner is a King of Cups, right, has a strong water element in your chart, or this could be reversed, and the genders can flip-flop as well. If you guys are already in a relationship, there's definitely an opportunity here this year to conceive a child and start a family, if that's something that you wanted. If you're not in a relationship, okay, in an official relationship, but you, again, relate to one of these elements, like you have strong Earth in your chart or you have strong water in your chart, you may be attracting, again, the opposite, an Earth sign or a water sign that gets in a relationship with you that is very much inspiring and built on passion. And the two of you really balance each other out. Like, not only is there a really good sexual chemistry, but both of you really calm the other one down. Okay? It's like where one is really intense, the other one is really mild. And it's just kind of like, it's okay, it's okay. And vice versa. All right? And with the 10 of Pentacles here, I see you guys really being extremely financially stable together. Really, really, really financially secure. To the point where you could have a very strong relationship. Now, for those of you that have no one on the horizon, this could still relate to you, obviously. But with perseverance here, as we initiate, right? It can't just be emotions and it can't just be passion. It has to be both. Okay, so please wait till you find someone or somebody that can give you both. Okay, please know that you don't have to settle, Aquarius. Do not settle. Do not settle. Persevere. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. You can have both in a person. You can have someone that excites you and that brings you ideas to create businesses out of, that create more financial stability, that make you, remind you of your worth, as well as really listen to you and feel you emotionally. Know that you are strong enough to be in a relationship, okay? Because you're connected to Source at all times. And if you're connected to Source at all times, then you're always in the right place and you're always doing the right thing. And even if things take some time to get to where you had expected, it will happen. This can also be a Leo energy, but I'm not really feeling that. I mean, it could be, but I'm not really feeling it. This strength is really quiet too. Okay, it's not something that people will hear. Okay, but it is something that people will feel. It's like especially if you find this person, or even when this person finds you, right? Because I do see Aquarians getting together this year, especially if there's dominant in air, or excuse me, dominant in earth and water, or water. So it can be like Aquarius rising, Taurus sun, Scorpio moon, right? Or like I said, one of these people can be the person that you're attracting in if you have the other element. But please know that you're strong enough to be in a relationship for real, okay? Doesn't matter how old you are. I don't think that you felt ready prior to this. And trust that you do have the emotional intelligence and you are emotionally mature enough to begin to share. And again, persevere. You're going to attract a relationship that can persevere and overcome any challenge that is presented because you have done the work and you're ready to start something that can go the distance and can last for, I almost said lifetimes. But take that as you will. Okay. Now, Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the energy for finances and career? Finances and career for Aquarius Sun, Moon. Oh my God. Guys, literally like 12 cards just fell on the table. That's too many. All right. Here we go. Beautiful. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is your overall energy for finances and career. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the 2 of Wands. For those of you that are self-employed, I see you taking your business up a notch this year, especially if, again, you've been wanting to have a family or you've been waiting to actualize this dream for a long time, especially if it's something that you're really, really proud of and you're just, again, you've made the right connections, you've made the right relationships, you've persevered over some speed bumps, and now you finally know your worth. Now you finally know that you can be happy and have it all. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Aquarius, especially if you're honest and forward. Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles here, again, you have done your due diligence. You have already put your value out there. You're owning it this year. Okay, 9 of Pentacles for me is always knowing your value and demanding it, but like, the whole idea, the reason you can demand it and like tell people like, well, this is my worth, this is my net worth, this is what I'm worth, this is what my business is worth, is because you have gone through the ringer and you have mastered your craft. So, especially for the men that are watching this more particularly, but I'm going to get into if you're not self-employed, I do see the people that are self-employed taking their business up a notch with the Emperor here. They're finding a new level of structure, and the relationship is it's going from like maybe like, let's say a 2 or 3 man operation to something that is bigger. It's expanding. Okay. Because then we have the 2 of Wands and you're envisioning your future. Okay. Something that was once small and just like a little LLC is now looking like a whole new, arena for your financial savvy, for your business savvy is opening up. Also, regardless of whether or not you're employed by an employer or you're self-employed, you could also be both. Okay. You have the skills, the independence, the sense of self to branch out, whatever that means, to branch out. Okay, you're laying a foundation this year. Okay, you're laying a foundation this year to really go big. I want to say go big or go home. With the 2 of Wands here, and behind the 10 of Cups is the Chariot. You know, this is huge motion and huge victory that's been long in the making. Okay, it's been long in the making. So get ready to embrace the best year of your life, Aquarius. So serious. So serious. I know this seems so like, you know, oh yeah, it's so beautiful, whatever. Let me tell you something. Other signs were not getting readings like this. I know the first reading I did for you was a little heavy. A lot of having to learn how to receive and not get too bogged down by other energy. And don't get me wrong, the Emperor can be a drag, you know, but this energy is coming through in business. And I think it's also saying that like it's safe for you to become a partner, become a husband, become a wife, become a parent, because your vision and the avenue that your career is going down can support it. Okay? So, my lovely air signs, it has been so real. I will be back soon with your January readings. Peace.